Hey guys, it's Stina from Goddess Guitars. Today I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be starting a modification project while I'm doing the box kit building project of the semi-hollow. This is a cheapie Chinese Stratocaster knockoff from the early 2000s that I picked up on Craigslist for, you're not going to believe, $10. And I decided that I wanted to do an oil slick-esque type paint job. And so I was looking for a black guitar that was fairly inexpensive. So if I completely face plant this, it's not going to cost me a whole heck of a lot as a, little salt in the wound type thing. So $10, I can definitely part with $10 without having a big ouch. So this is it. And really truly, $10 for this neck is definitely worth everything, even if the body and the paint job and everything else go to junk. This is a pretty good neck. It's pretty straight. You can see that it, in its former life, was a S101 standard, which was a very, very small Chinese guitar company that started in, I would say, the late 90s and went through the mid 2000s. They focused on selling guitars for under $60 at that time. So it would be like finding a guitar for $30 brand new nowadays. When I got this guitar, the gentleman who sold it to me was having issues with the electronics. And after I took it apart, it looked like the ground wire was halfway not soldered. So I'm probably going to just scrap all the electronics anyways and put in some decent stuff. I'm probably not even going to use the scratch plate. I'll save that for a different project. But I definitely want to put in better pickups. And then also, the neck is really nice. There's no fret sprout. I think after I level the frets, it should be a pretty decent neck. And the other thing is I am going to get rid of these junky guitar tuners. Let me tell you, let me just show you this. Look at this. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. Those are looser than a first grader's front tooth. So, yeah, and they're all that way. There aren't any nuts holding this part of the tuning mechanism, so these are as cheap as they come. These are probably, I don't know, $10 tuners nowadays from China. So, they haven't really changed that much. There's no tightening screw at the end of the knob. Super, super cheap. So I'm going to get rid of those for sure. And then get rid of the plastic junky nut. Other than that, I'll probably take the label off of that, sand it down, give it a better finish, and new lease on life for the neck at least. You can see that there's definitely some little nicks and dents and bruises, but hey, it's a 16, 17-year-old guitar, so I don't think that it's really that bad. And so the next thing is that I found out when I opened this up, ta-da! It has a full open swimming pool for the pickups, so I can definitely do an HSH if I want to without having to get a humbucker that's going to be look like and fit like a single coil. The electronics on these are probably the cheapest magnets I've ever seen. They are barely covered with any kind of wax. And yeah, definitely not very, very high quality, but nothing electronics-wise is in these cheapie guitars. There are 500K pots on these and little green caps. So I think I might take and measure the output on these because, I mean, they're fairly small. They're about the size of a dime. I don't think that they're going to have much power, and for a good $15-20, I could probably replace all three with much better pots. So that remains to be seen, and you've got your 5-way switch. So, but the exciting part is that I wanted a black guitar that wasn't too expensive, so I could actually try doing an oil slick technique. My goal is to make it look like somebody dropped it in the mud puddle at the local convenience store that has a bunch of motor oil floating in it. Okay? And before I started making guitars, yours truly was a cosmetologist many, many moons ago. And you can take the girl out of the salon, but you can't take the salon out of the girl. And so when I was thinking about this technique, I was watching some videos on dip painting. And it reminded me of before there was dip painting, there was a nail technique called marbling. And it pretty much is the same thing, except instead of dip painting a guitar, you would actually put the nail polish in a small bowl of water, dip your nails in, and then pull them out, and same diff. So I went to Ulta and to Target, and I bought these. These are two-tone, well, most of them are two-tone color shifting nail polishes. Okay, so I figure let's give it a shot. So I put it on and the inside, and these little swipes look pretty close to the colors that you see in a mud puddle, right? With the motor oil floating in it. They are color shifting, so they do color shift, which the camera's not really picking up, but they do. And then I thought one step further when I saw this. Okay, so Rust-Oleum has a product that's called stone paint, and pretty much it has these little chunks in the spray paint that make whatever you're spray painting look like cement or stone. And I thought to myself, that would be really interesting, because if I cover this with a stone technique and then I dip paint it, what I'm going to have is hopefully the same look as wet pavement with oil dropped on it. Like somebody went out to their local Costco, Walmart, Target, big box store and took a jackhammer and removed a chunk of asphalt with the oil slick on it and made it into a guitar. So that, my friends, is what I am looking into doing. And I hope that you like and subscribe because I definitely will be video documenting the progression of this Frankenstein, and I can't wait for you guys to watch it as it unfolds. So remember to like and give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell right down here so that way you get a notification every time I upload a new video. I really look forward to speaking with you guys again and sharing everything that I'm doing. And I know that times are being scary right now with the coronavirus and all of that. So you guys all be safe, be well, and we'll see you next time.